So I've heard really good things about Systeme, if that's how they pronounce it, or Systeme. And so you go to systeme.io and create an account for free. And it's free forever. If you look at the pricing information, you can have 3 funnels with 10 steps, 1 blog, membership site, unlimited file storage. Automation rules are limited, but quite a lot you can do with the free version, and that's up to 2,000 subscribers, contacts for 0. If you start being successful and you want to increase your business, then obviously you have to start paying for it, but even then the prices are very cheap. So I'm going to start with the free account and basically try it for a while and see whether it's worth going up to a billing, a paid account. So I've created an account, so you go and create a free account, the same as I've done. And we log in. This is what you see on login. Okay, I'm in the system and I want to add an email. So it doesn't work with Gmail and Hotmail type email accounts. You've got to have your own personal domain for best results. So I have some hosting with SiteGround, and I've just looked for a site where I've created an email account, but I don't really use it. So I've had the account for months, if not years, so it's aged, but I've not used it for much. It's actually a blog that I've moved from one platform and not fully created since. And so I can do what I need to do with it. So I'm just going to follow through the instructions with Systeme and see if I can set this up. Okay. So the domain name is colinmcintyre.org. Obviously I want it personalised to me, and Colin McIntyre is. Okay, so I need to add these CNAME records. So there are already some CNAME records, so we just have to hope that they're not going to cause the problem. But let's work through and see. Okay, so I'll add a CNAME record. So the name is that, and I need it to resolve to create that one. I'm going to create a second one. Again, I'm probably going to have to delete some of this. My only concern with this one is because of the standard CNAME records that have been created by SiteGround, my hosting, is that they may cause a conflict, but hopefully that will sort itself out or show itself, and I'll be able to fix it. So again, I think I just need that bit. And I'm sure creating a DNS records, DNZ records is similar depending on what hosting account you got. It may not be exactly the same, but I'm sure it's similar. Okay, so I'm just going to hold the video there while I move to the next stage. So just looking at the three that it's asked me to connect, that looks like that. Okay, it's an alias, so I think that's okay. I'm going to copy one of the existing email accounts I've already created. I want it to be sent from Colin. Happy to send it to one of my main email addresses. Static footer. Let's leave that. I think I may add some information to that later and save. Okay, and that's telling me I've got something successfully, so that allows me to move on. And the first thing I recommend you do, and I shall be doing it, I'll be stopping the videos and referring to this, is their training. So under help, there's a knowledge base. Obviously you can ask for support. I've used it once so far and got a response very quickly, and it was for a general question, it wasn't for a problem with the software. So online training, and there are 6 or 7 videos. They're all about 4 or 5 minutes long. They're not long videos, so I would recommend that you all watch those just to get a feel for it. You know, I'm going to be doing a case study based on setting up some of this, and so you could wait and watch me, but I suggest you go and watch those. It's 20 minutes to watch the lot, and it'll give you a feel for exactly what the system is able to do. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to replicate a funnel from a product by Jeremy Kennedy. So the product is overnight commissions. It's a low cost, I think $7 or $9 product. I'll put the link below, but it gives you access to a video you can deliver to your customers. It gives you a really simple but high converting opt-in page, and also gives you access to some of Jeremy's or allows you to get approval for some of Jeremy's products, which you can use to market as people join your list, as you get people to opt into your list. So I'm going to use that. Obviously you can watch what I do, but you won't have access to the lead magnet that I'm going to deliver. In other words, the freebie I'm going to deliver to people in exchange for their emails. And you won't get access to some products necessarily. You'll have to request approval from Jeremy and won't be guaranteed approval. So you don't need to spend $8 or $9, whatever it is, but I recommend that you do. Now, Jeremy's product it works with GetResponse. So training is for GetResponse, but his methodology is fine. Is good, and what I want to do is just mimic that and see whether it works as well with Systeme. It's a case study, so if it doesn't work, I won't be publishing the I won't be selling the product. If it works, I'll sell the product. So that's my recommendation. Go and get overnight commissions, and I'll put the link below this video. So the first thing I want to do is create an opt-in funnel. So I haven't got a funnel. I want to build an audience, and I'm going to call it First Commissions. Okay, and I want a squeeze page and a thank you page, which is what I've got. So first of all, I want to choose something. I'm going to edit it anyway, so I may just start with a blank if I can. Okay, now it looks like that's the blank. So let's select a blank. And squeeze page is fine, and I'm just going to call this First Commissions. Save it. Let's edit it. Okay, so I want to put a headline in. Okay, so I'm going to drop a headline in. I think I'm going to want the headline to be too deep, so I'm just going to copy that. And then I want to add some text. Okay, so I think that's getting close to what I want. I then want to add in a button and an email capture form. So I'm going to want a button. So just looking at that, I'm going to delete that. Actually, I'm going to put in a 2-column. Right, then I'm going to put the form input in there and the button in there. Okay, so now I'm going to stop the video and I'm just going to go away and edit this. Okay, when I select this text, so if I select this one, I'm actually just making it H1. So that's the biggest one, and that actually sorts the spacing out for me as well. And just editing this is really simple. So click on, I'll just get rid of that. So I selected everything and I made it bold. I've then selected just the free traffic and clicked on colours and made that coloured, and actually I'm going to underline that bit as well. So I'm going to leave that as that is and just underline. Oops, that didn't appear to work. Let's just have another look. Right, so that's exactly what I want. Really simple to do. And so now I'm just going to edit the text below. So I've just typed that text in. Let's just go through that. I want to make this red again. So for the standard paragraph text, I actually changed the colour here. Okay, so that's what I've done. And I want to, I'm going to make all that italic. Okay. Now the only thing I need to do now is see if I can change the spacing. Again, spacing seems really easy to find, so I noticed that I've got quite a big gap between the text and the bottom of the section. So I just go to section, and margins are all 0, so it's not margins. And I come down and there's some padding defaults. Okay, so the bottom is 40. So I'm just going to drop that to 0. Oops. Let's do that again. Okay, so that's doing pretty much what I want to do, and in fact it'll even go negative. And I suspect now I can do the same with this one. Get to the section, and there'll be some padding on the top, which there is, and I'm going to make that 0. And that's pretty much what I want. I shall have to move these later on, but I'm just going to go and configure those now. Okay, so if I just click on the input type, form input, what's it going to be? It's an email, and I've got placeholder as email, which is just what I want, so that's excellent. So again, I have to say this does appear really easy to use. So I click on the button twice. So what do I want when the button is closed? When it's clicked, well, I want to send the form. In other words, I want to capture the email, and then I want to redirect to the next step, which will be my thank you page when I've finished creating the funnel. What is the color I want? I actually want this to be red, so that's okay. And then what is the text I want? So the text I want now, just check in, is get traffic. So I want this to be get traffic. Oops, traffic. And I don't want any, and that looks about right. I don't mind making the text bold if I can see how to do that. May not be possible. So it's not obvious to me how I can make that bold. I'm sure I can. I might find it later, but at the moment I can't see it. So I'm just going to save my changes. One thing I did here is I've made this bold text as well. I changed this message here to enter your email. So, sorry, just double click on it. Enter your email rather than just email. And the only thing I would possibly like to do now is to move that whole section up. So let's have a look at that. Again, I suspect the padding so I don't want that, the margin perhaps, no, they're on 0, so let's just have a look at this one. Sorry, that's what I need. So I need to make that 0 again. And as it happens, I can make that 0. And that's beginning to look like what I want. I'm just going to see if I can drop that a touch. That's much more like what I wanted. So I've just made a slight change. So the button, I changed it from fluid to fill width. And then the other thing I did was I moved this a touch. So I changed the column width. So they were started as equal, and I just moved it a little bit to make the email side a little bit bigger. That's about where I want it to be. Whoops. Okay, so that actually is everything I want to do, and that was really easy to find the way around, and with the exception of bolding that button text, I was able to find everything within a few minutes. So really easy to use editor. Just one last thing, when I previewed this, I don't know if you saw there just before it clicked, it was a bit too, it was a bit deeper than the email form, and so I just came back in, clicked on it, and went to font size, and I've just dropped the font size a little bit, and it's matched the form. So again, exactly what I want. So happy with this form. I'm now going to have a look at the next part of the funnel, which is the thank you page. Okay, we now want to move on to the thank you page, and I can't see a blank thank you page, but this is very similar to what I want. So I'm going to select this. Okay, I'm going to call this first commissions. Oops, thank you. I'm going to save that, and I'm going to edit. So I definitely don't need these. And I don't really want that image if I can lose it. Okay, so I've just selected the background. I've gone into background color, and I've just selected white, or as close as I could do without tapping in the code. I think this is F, all the way Fs. Okay, so that's now white, which is what I was looking for. Okay, editing the headline. So first thing I've done is go under the free video and selected an underline. I've selected all the text and made the font size smaller. In fact, I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller again. 45. And the other thing I did was select the row and change the background color to white again. Okay, so that's the headline sorted. Okay, so I've copied this first box and changed the text, reduced the size. When I look at visibility, they're content boxes, and I don't want a content box, so I just want to lose that if I can. So content box, so no shadow, and I want the style to be none. So let's have a look at what that looks like. Save the change. Okay, still got a line there, so I need to look a bit further. Okay, so what I've found works with this is if I select the content box and make that white. Quite. Okay, I need to lose that shadow. And I need to lose that border. Let's try that now. Okay, so they've gone now, which is what I wanted to lose that, so I can move on. Okay, so I'm now going to get rid of stuff I don't need. So, don't need that row. Don't need that one. Okay, so I'm going to keep this button, and the reason I'm going to keep this button is we're going to send the free video, traffic video in this case, or whatever your freebie is, by email. It gives us the opportunity to put another button on here to promote a product. So again, I'm going to promote one of Jeremy's products that I'm approved to do. So by buying his overnight commissions product, I'm able to get approval for certain of his products. As I've said, I'm going to use one of those. You could use this to promote a different product. But the bottom line is send your freebie by the email and use your thank you page to promote a product. In other words, give yourself an opportunity of making an early sale. And whatever you promote here, you can create some emails a follow-up email. So even if they don't buy the first time they see it here, you can follow up with 2 or 3 emails and they might buy as they get more familiar with the product. So I'm now going to change this and I'm going to match it to one of Jeremy's products. So I've now changed the text on the button and changed the color, and I'm going to say open a URL, and I'm going to put in my affiliate link for the product that I'm talking about. So this is a product that you want to promote. So that's done. Save changes. Let's have a look. Okay. And I'm just going to have a look at the spacing on that, I think. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just test. So I've copied the squeeze page from here. Don't choose that one, this one. Copy the URL. I've created an incognito page. Okay, and that's okay. That's what I was looking for. I'm just going to do one more thing, which is I'm going to send an email to myself. Okay, because I want to have a look at this. I want to have a look at this. On my iPhone. I always find the best way. It's not copied, so let's just go back. Okay, and I want to look at the thank you page as well. Copy that link. Have a look at it. And yeah, that's sending to my affiliate link. I'm actually going to lose that image before I do send that completely, but I'm just going to have a look at the how it looks like in mobile. So for me to do that, that's not a problem. I'll just send an email, and then I'm going to go away and check on my mobile, just see what it looks like. Okay, so at the top here I see settings, and I can see that there's an image as a background image, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Save changes. Okay, and so the only thing I want to do now is just make that colour white. It's obviously not white. Save changes, have another look. Okay, and that's now white. So the one thing I need to do now is just go and check the mobile. So when I looked at my thank you page on the iPhone, it wasn't right. So this was the view we were looking at before. If I go to the iPhone here, I mean, I checked on my iPhone. I always do a proper check. That button is not right. So I'm just going to play with the padding and the margins to see if I can sort that button out. Okay, so in mobile view, what I needed to do was come to the margins and change the margins. I've changed those to 35s. I've also changed these text sizes actually, and I'm happy with how that looks now. If I go, and I've saved that, I believe, and let's just check and go back here, and that still looks the way I wanted it to do. So I'm happy with that. Save changes, come out, and I'm just going to check the mobile version of the squeeze page again, see if I can make it a little bit better. So we're into editing. I'm going to have a look at this, and actually that's fine. That's perfectly fine, so I don't need to change that at all. So I can just come out. So I've now got a squeeze page and a thank you page which promotes a product that I'm happy with. Now I need to go away and start thinking about automation rules. So how we create, and it's not a list, it's a tagged subscriber in Systeme. I've learned from the training videos. So I'm going to stop the video now with the pages completed, and I'm going to go away and think about the next steps. Okay, so I want to add an automation now. So squeeze page selected, automation rule, add rule, form subscribed, add action, and I want to subscribe them to a campaign. And a campaign which I'll show you now is free traffic opt-in. Okay, and save rule. So that says that when somebody opts in on that squeeze page, they will then start to receive a campaign of emails. So here are campaigns. So I came to campaigns and I created a new campaign. Okay, and if I, at the moment it's just one email, I'm going to add 3 or 4. And okay, and so this first email, and again, if you buy Jeremy Kennedy's overnight commissions, you'll get these emails, but this is the email that sends people the link to the free traffic video. It also then has a link to one of his affiliate products. Okay, so it's the same one that I put on the thank you page. It's one where you can get thousands of people viewing your link, tens of thousands of people looking at your link very quickly. That's the product. And in fact, that one's there. It's called Email Blastomatic. And so that's what I'm advertising in the first email. So, and I've set that up with no delay. You can put your text here, send the name, and I'm going to save and publish that one now. Okay, delay by sending the email. So I'm going to put 0. So publish. So there's no delay. That email goes out straight away. So that's how simple it is to create an email. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to test the system, and then I'm going to add in 3 or 4 emails so that I have 3 or 4 opportunities to sell a product to anybody who subscribes to my list. So I've just added a second email to the campaign, and the settings you need are, I want 1 day after the previous email and then publish it. So it's as simple as that. Okay, so I've added 3 emails. So these are the first 3 emails people will see. They'll see the first one immediately, and that gives them the video link to the free traffic video. So I say if you buy overnight commissions, you'll get that. If not, you need to create a video or get a product that you deliver as a lead magnet to get the opt-in. And then 1 day later, I'll send a second email. And then 1 day after that, I'll send a third email. So I can add lots of emails to the campaign if I choose to, but 3 gives me 3 days worth of email to any new subscriber. I can also create individual newsletters, so they're not part of the campaign. Just send them out when I decide I want to contact people and let them know about something that's happening, give them some information, tell them a little bit about me, or actually just promote another product. Okay, so we're now ready to go and test. As always, we just want to test, particularly for me, this is a new system, so I've not used it before. So that's the funnel. This shows me the funnel, I believe. Okay, so I'm going to put in one of my email addresses. Okay, that's sent me to a thank you page telling me that the free video is on its way. Okay, and when I've clicked that link, it's taken me to a sales page, of which that's my affiliate sales page, so I could buy that for £11. So that looks like it's working. The next thing is to go to my email and see whether I've received an email. I should receive one email. And so it took about about a minute or 90 seconds to come through. And there's the video. Just going to check that works.
Hey, Jimmy here.
And that's Jeremy's video, so that's working, which is great. And the other thing I need to see in the email is that the affiliate link works. Okay, and it does. So I've tested that system. Now I just need to put some traffic to it to see how it works. Okay, so in the past I've had some success with trafficforme.com. So I'm actually going to take advantage of their winter sale, and I'm going to order 500 clicks. So I'm going to give this one a really good go to see how well it performs. Just an add-on to testing the system, I just realised that when I looked at my email address, so me as a contact, when I tested the program, I wasn't tagged. Okay, and because Systeme uses tags rather than lists, it's important that we get the tags. So I'm just going to go back to that funnel, and I'm going to look at the automation. So the automation rules. So I've got a rule, so I go into it. So what I've done is when they subscribe, I send them to the campaign. What I hadn't done was add a tag. So I'm going to add another action, add a tag. Opted in. Okay, so in future, as people come into that funnel and they opt in, they'll get that opted in tag, which is not very specific, but when I create other funnels, I'll need to be more specific with the rule. But so just wanted to capture that because it was an error, and it would have caused me a problem later on in the way I want to operate with tags. Okay, so I want to see how well my campaign went with a newly created Systeme account and using one of my domain emails with their autoresponder for the first time. So I ordered 500 clicks from trafficforme.com. I'll drop a link below. They're one of the consistent solo ad providers, and they actually delivered 525 clicks to me. Paid for 500, they gave me 525, and I bought their winter sale. So I bought them at 50 cents each, and it's not their best traffic. They have slightly more expensive but higher quality traffic. But anyway, the traffic was good, and my results I think are half decent. So if I go to Systeme, and first of all let's look at the funnel. And when they talk about 525, that's what they call quality traffic. So they sent some other clicks as well, but they're saying they didn't consider them good traffic. So I reckon that I can count that as 525. And I'm just going to scribble this down, 525, and get my phone out. Just keep me off the screen. And I got 235 opt-ins, but I know 3 of those were tests, two by the solo ad supplier and 1 of my own. So I'm going to go for 232. So 232 over and I'll drop these figures below, over 525. So 44% opt-in. So that says that style of opt-in page, it gives you a good level of opt-ins. You'll get a lot of people that are interested, which I'm not surprised. It's similar to the levels I've seen Jeremy, whose product I was based that on, is overnight commissions. Jeremy will always get over 40% with that opt-in page, which is really good. And people went down to the download page. So, okay, did anyone buy? Well, the truth is I got 2 sales. So, not a huge amount, but I've had 2 sales. And at the moment, people have seen the thank you page, and everybody has seen the first 3 emails. So I've only set up 3 emails. My task after I've finished this video is I will be shooting, I will be adding probably another 6 or 7 emails to my autoresponder, and I will also send some newsletters introducing myself. So the campaign will be mainly promotions, but I'll send some individual emails introducing myself, introducing what I've done in the past, and introducing some of my products. So £22 come back from the cost of, I think I paid $250. So I've got a little bit back, but more importantly is I've got, 200 and odd people on my email list now, and I've got the opportunity to work with those people, and hopefully I'll learn some more. So, this is being presented live. The campaign finished about Christmas Day, and it's the 28th today. I suspect some people will see some of these emails a bit later. It just happened. I launched a bit later than I planned. The campaign launched a bit later than I planned, and some of the emails would have been delivered on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, so which is not ideal. Okay, so I've got 2 sales. I've got that level of opt-in, and the one thing I was really interested in as well was what were the emails like, given it was a brand new email address, or it was an email address I've not used before. The domain's not brand new, but I hadn't used it before. Okay, so nearly 30% opened the first email, which is what you'd expect, because otherwise they don't get the link to the traffic, free traffic video. So that's okay. 12.5% afterwards, 9.5% afterwards. I say there might be 1 or 2 that come through, but everybody, the 230 opt-ins that I've got at the moment, have, or 230 of them of the 231 have seen the emails to make the 2 sales. So all in all, my view on Systeme is it's easy to create landing pages and funnels. If you've got your own domain, it's certainly easy to set up an email address you can use with their autoresponder. And I'm keen to learn a little bit more about this software, because at the moment I like it a lot, and it has the ability to create blogs, it has the ability to manage affiliates and to manage membership sites. So I'm going to do a little bit more with it. But first of all, what I'm going to do is to monetize the new list of 230 I've got. In fact, I've actually ordered some more traffic from Traffic for Me, because I was happy with a 40% opt-in, happy with a couple of sales early on. And so I'm going to get some more leads into this system, and I'm going to increase my promotions from 3 to 10 emails at least. So I consider this a success, and I will, as I say, I'm going to carry on using this, and I need to decide whether I'm actually going to purchase one of the paid options. I am tied to a few others already, and not in a position to switch them off because I have other things happening which are live, so Kartra and ClickFunnels. But I may pay for this one and just use it in earnest for a while and see, you know, the advantages of it compared to the others. And the reason I would do that is I can have more funnels and more automations. But if you're just launching your business for the first time, with the free version is perfectly good for you to create leads and make sales. And I think this demonstrates that. So I'm going to move on from there.